Hi, I'm Christina, and this is going to be my October TBR. So I have 5 books here that I'm planning to read, most of which are thrillers, specifically for Halloween and the spooky season. So let's get straight into the thrillers. First up, I have Who is More Dixon by Alexandra Andrews. And I first heard about this book from Gabby over at Gabby Reads, who has excellent thriller recommendations, and I will of course link her down below. And I just really liked the sound of this one. So we follow the main character of Florence, who is an aspiring writer. And then she gets the opportunity to work for a very celebrated but anonymous author who is called Maud Dixon. And then things start to take a bit of a dark turn. So I'm very much looking forward to reading this one. And I just hope there's going to be lots of twists and turns. And it's just going to be a book I can really sink my teeth into. So yeah, really looking forward to this one. So the next thriller book I have is Not a Happy Family by Shari Lapena, and this is her most recent novel published this year. And this will be my second book by this author. About 4 years ago I read The Couple Next Door by her and I enjoyed it. I gave it 3 stars. So she's definitely a thriller writer that I want to read more of, and I thought let's start with her most recent book. So in this one we follow a very wealthy family who live in New York. And the whole family is together to celebrate Easter. And then the next night, the parents are brutally murdered. Now, the 3 adult children are obviously devastated by this, but are they maybe not? Because each one is set to inherit millions from the death of their parents. And so perhaps one of the siblings is involved and is responsible for their deaths. So I thought that sounded really intriguing, and hoping there's going to be lots of twists and turns in this one. I have to say I actually can't remember The Couple Next Door 4 years ago, and I don't remember the plot of that one at all. But just looking back at my Goodreads, I must have enjoyed it enough to give it 3 stars. So yeah, really looking forward to seeing how this one is. I don't remember her writing style, so it's going to be fun to check this one out. So the last thriller I have is Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. This is her most recent novel published this year, and it'll be my first book by this author. I've been seeing her get a lot of hype recently on BookTube, and I first heard about this one in particular from April over at Getting Higgy With It, who I will of course link down below. She has some great recommendations from all different types of genres, so I was definitely intrigued to read this one. So we are following a couple whose marriage is struggling, and then they win a weekend away to Scotland, and they both hope that this is going to be an opportunity to save their marriage. Now, the husband in this has face blindness, so he can't recognise his family or his friends or even his own wife. And each year on their anniversary, the wife writes him a letter, but she never lets him read the letter until this year. So I am expecting that his wife probably is not his wife, but I guess we'll see. Perhaps that one is a little bit too obvious. I'm really looking forward to checking this one out. So the next book I have is a science fiction book, Notes from the Burning Age by Claire North. This is her most recent novel published this year, and it'll be my second book by this author. Earlier this year, I read The First 15 Lives of Harry August by her, and I really enjoyed that one. I gave it 4 stars. It's another science fiction book, and I will link the video where I talk about that one, just in case you'd like to hear my thoughts on it. So I'm hoping for more of the same with her newest release. In this one, we follow a man who is an archivist, and it's his job to interpret rare old texts. And the texts are from the Burning Age, which I presume is our age now, because it's described as a time of excess and climate disaster. And obviously this is set in a future world. And then a group of people approach him and they want him to translate some stolen texts, which have the power potentially to just threaten everything as it stands. So I don't really know much about this one. It's a very vague kind of premise, But yeah, I'm really looking forward to giving this one a go. I know that I really enjoy Claire North's writing style. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading this one too. So the last book I have is Olive by Emma Gannon, and this is her debut novel. And I first heard about this one from Paige over at A Page in the Chapter, who I of course link down below. And she really enjoyed this one, and I just thought it sounded really lovely and I fancied giving it a read. So in this book we follow the main character of Olive, who is kind of at a crossroads in her life, and she's kind of struggling to navigate adulthood. And all of her friends are moving towards the path of marriage and motherhood, and she isn't. So yeah, I think it sounds quite good, and I kind of get Eleanor Oliphant vibes from this book. I'm thinking maybe Eleanor and Olive are going to be similar characters, and I absolutely loved Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine. It was my absolute favourite book of 2020, and I just kind of got similar kind of vibes from this one. We'll see, I don't know if that's true at all, so yeah. I'm looking forward to reading a kind of light contemporary alongside all of these thrillers. So that's that one. So that's it. Those are the books that I'm planning to read in the month of October. If there's any here that you've read, definitely let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I would love to chat to you about them. And if there's any here that you now fancy reading, definitely let me know that too. So thank you so much for watching. Please like the video if you liked it, and please subscribe if you'd like to see more of me talking about books. I'll see you in my next one. Bye!